Ladies and gentlemen, a mega event. Superstar Gervonta "Tank" Davis defends his world championship against Lamont Roach.
Well, the biggest puncher I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
Favorite fighter to watch today, not from the Canelo stable.
I think Tank, one of my favorites.
A thunderous left hand lands, bodies drop, crowds roar, and another opponent crumbles beneath the raw power of Gervonta "Tank" Davis. But this time, it's Lamont Roach standing in the fire. And let's be real, can he even survive? Or is this just another highlight reel knockout waiting to happen? Buckle up, because we're breaking down exactly why this fight is a mismatch, and why Roach is stepping into the most dangerous fight of his career. Imagine standing across the ring from a man who has left 93% of his opponents unconscious. A man who doesn't just win fights, he ends them. That's what Lamont Roach is facing, and let's be honest, this is a whole new level of danger. Roach has fought skilled boxers before, but none with the terrifying knockout power of Gervonta "Tank" Davis. We're talking about a fighter who can erase 12 rounds of strategy with one clean punch. A fighter who has shattered jaws, sent bodies collapsing like dominoes, and made world-class opponents question if they even belong in the ring. This isn't just a fight, it's a countdown to destruction. Roach is a solid fighter, no doubt. He's slick, technical, and patient. But here's the problem. He's not a finisher. 10 knockouts in 27 fights, that's a fighter who outpoints his opponents, not one who destroys them. And against Tank, if you don't have the firepower to keep him off you, you're already in deep trouble. Because Davis, he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't play games. The second he smells weakness, he pounces. And when he lands, it's not just about getting knocked down. It's about whether you can even get back up. Think about it. Every fighter who steps in with Davis tells themselves the same thing. I'll keep my distance. I'll box smart. I won't let him hit me. But how many of them actually survive? How many have walked in with a plan and walked out the same way? Almost none. Because Tank has a way of breaking fighters down mentally before he breaks them physically. You see it in their eyes when he starts walking forward, cutting off the ring, pressuring them without even throwing a punch. It's the look of a man realizing, I have nowhere to run. Roach may be confident now, but confidence won't stop a left uppercut from landing square on the chin. And let's not forget, Tank's knockouts aren't just knockouts, they're statements. He doesn't just win, he dismantles. The shots he lands don't just end fights, they send shockwaves through the division. Look at his past opponents, Hunter, who stalks his prey and delivers the kind of knockouts that live on in highlight reels forever. But across from him, Lamont Roach brings a completely different style, measured, technical, defensive. Roach is a thinker, a counterpuncher, a man who looks to outbox and outmaneuver his opponents. On paper, that sounds like a good plan. In reality, against Tank, that's a one-way ticket to disaster. Let's break it down. Roach is known for his slick boxing, his ability to control distance, and his sharp counters. He's disciplined. He doesn't take unnecessary risks. He fights smart. But here's the problem. How do you outbox someone who's faster, stronger, and more explosive? Roach's style works against conventional opponents, but Tank isn't conventional. He's a walking nightmare. The moment Roach tries to keep it technical, Davis will bulldoze right through it. Tank isn't just aggressive. He's intelligent in his pressure. He doesn't waste energy. He doesn't throw punches just for the sake of throwing them. When he gets inside, it's over. Because Tank doesn't just land shots, he lands with precision, with power, and with bad intentions. Roach's best weapon is his jab, but against Davis, that jab might as well be a flashlight against a raging storm. And let's not forget the body shots, the ones that suck the air out of your lungs, the ones that make fighters hesitate. Because once Roach starts feeling that power, his entire game plan is going to shift. Fighters get real. He's up against one of the most ruthless finishers in boxing. Usually fighters take these early rounds to figure each other out, but Tank, he doesn't waste time. The moment Roach tries to set his jab, Davis is already cutting off the ring, closing the gap like a predator. Roach tries to establish his distance, but Roach thought he could slow the pace down. He's got another thing coming. By now, Tank is hunting, measuring his shots, waiting for the perfect moment to detonate. Roach throws a crisp combination. Good, but not great. Tank rolls under, comes up with a brutal counter uppercut. Snap! Roach stumbles. His legs betray him. The crowd erupts as Davis pounces, unleashing a barrage of shots. The ref watches closely with him. The body shots have taken their toll, and Roach's gas tank is running on empty. A mistake, a misstep. Davis power, and no matter how much they tell themselves they're different, the doubt creeps in. Lamont Roach is calm, disciplined, and mentally tough, but even the strongest minds crack under pressure. And when Tank starts walking him down, does he stick to the plan, or does survival mode kick in? Because once fear sets in, it's over. Once hesitation creeps in, Tank smells it. And the second Roach starts second-guessing himself, that's when Davis strikes. This isn't just a physical fight, it's psychological warfare. And when it comes to Davis's power, but what makes that power truly terrifying? Speed. It's not just that he hits hard, it's that his punches come out of nowhere. 1 second you think you're safe, and the next, you're waking up wondering what just happened. Tank's hands are lightning fast, but it's not just his hands, it's his reflexes, his ability to explode at any moment. He doesn't telegraph shots, he doesn't load up, he fires with precision, with no wasted motion, and before his opponent can react, the damage is already done. Roach is quick, no doubt. He's slick, he moves well, and he's got sharp counterpunching skills. But there's a difference between being fast and being Tank Davis fast. Roach relies on timing, on anticipation. But how do you time a fighter who moves in bursts, who switches from patient to explosive in the blink of an eye? Roach is best when teed. Roach can try to box smart, but at some point, Tank will close the gap. And when that moment comes, that's when everything Roach worked for disappears in an instant. This fight isn't about if Gervonta Davis wins, it's about when. Roach is tough, but his chin hasn't been tested by a power puncher of this caliber. The longer he survives, the more punishment he takes. The body shots, the uppercuts, the pressure, it's overwhelming. By round 4 or 5, expect Roach's defense to crack. And the second he makes a mistake, ITIS, over. Let's not sugarcoat it. Roach is walking into a nightmare. He's got skill, he's got heart, but against Gervonta Davis, that's not enough. Davis is faster, stronger, and too explosive. Whether it's an early knockout or a late round destruction, one thing is for sure. Lamont Roach is not making it to the final bell. So what do you think? Can Roach pull off a miracle, or is this just another brutal knockout waiting to happen? Let's hear your predictions in the comments below, because on fight night, the only thing certain is that someone's going down hard.